Hey guys, we're really excited that you're joining us for workout number 3 of the Support Your Local Box fundraiser. Quick overview of it. This workout is for time. There are 50 repetitions of deadlifts, sit-ups, step-ups, and dumbbell thrusters. There is a 20-minute time cap on it. All of this information is in the video that they have produced on the website that I've included in a link on this email. So more information on that, follow the other link. I do have some suggestions for alternatives if you don't have this equipment, but I'm going to talk about that as we demonstrate. So let's get right into it and talk about warming up for this, because it's a 20-minute time cap. We're not going to have a ton of time, so I hope that you guys will be warming up before we start the Zoom call. I want you to spend 2 minutes getting your heart rate up. So that involves either going for a jog around the block, around your house. If you have an erg, I want you to do a couple minutes of rowing. And if you don't have any of that, and you don't like to run, doing some jumping jacks in place for a couple minutes is totally worth it. We really want to get your heart rate up a bit on this warm up. Then after you've done that, I want you to work on 20 hip hinges. So if you have a wooden dowel, let's use this. If you don't, use a broomstick. It's very important to work on hinging today because we're doing deadlifts and sit-ups. You're going to take the broom or the dowel, put it along your back, hold it there firmly with your hands, and you're going to hinge at your hips, keeping your spine nice and still with a little bit of bend in your knee. So I want you to get used to this movement and get it prepped and warmed up for this workout. So 20 of those guys, all right? From there, I want you to get down onto the ground and get your hamstring stretched out. So we could do our typical hurdle or hamstring stretch, 2 for 30 seconds on each side. Spend a little bit of time here, get those muscles nice and flexible. We're gonna be doing step ups, so you wanna get your hips opened up as well. So if you wanna open up your glutes by doing the figure 4 stretch, 2 of them on each side for about 30 seconds, that will be very ideal. That's nice and tight. Whew. Okay, so from there, you're gonna use your shoulders and put them overhead and get some shoulder rotations going to get your shoulders warmed up for the thrusters that we're gonna be doing. We don't have a lot of overhead movement, but we do have a little bit of it. So I want you to do some rotations up here, okay? About a minute or so. Get that rotator cuff fired up in any direction that you wanna go, okay? All right, from there, I want you to practice 10 repetitions of each of the movements that we're going to do. So the deadlifts we have, the prescribed version is the double dumbbell deadlift. So if I take my 2 dumbbells that I have, I'm gonna point the heads down towards the ground so I don't have to travel as far, and I'm gonna hinge down to the ground and do my deadlift, okay? If you don't have 2 dumbbells, you can use 1. Just set one down, hold onto it with both hands. Touch down, just like so, all right? If you don't have dumbbells, but you have a kettlebell, same thing, right? Hinging, holding onto the handles of the kettlebell, all right? And if you don't have that, you have another type of object that you feel comfortable with, that you're able to pick up off the ground and stand up with it, use it, okay? So practice 10 of those. 10 sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, let's use that. It's really important when you're doing this many sit-ups to maintain your lumbar curve while you're doing the activity. So I'd like you guys to put your feet together, and then you're going to lean back, touch your shoulder blades on the ground, and come up into a sitting position. All right, if you don't have an ab mat, you can roll up one of your bath towels, place it in the area of your low back so that it's protected and your curve is maintained while you do the sit-ups, okay? If you don't feel like you have enough strength to do that, you can use your dumbbells as an area to lock your feet so that it gives you a little bit of mechanical advantage to do the sit-up, or you can wedge your feet underneath a couch, okay? So then you have the step-ups. Step-ups, if you have a box, let's do it. You're going to step up and alternate your legs on each rep. So if you start on one, you should start the next rep on the other. If you don't have a box, you can stack up any object. If you have some weight plates, you can use these. If you have a sturdy stool that you're comfortable standing on with your body weight, use that. Or even the stairs in your house, those also work. Okay, and then the thrusters, that's the last movement. A thruster is a squat and a press, okay? So if you have the dumbbell, you're going to get the dumbbell to your shoulder. Your free arm is gonna be out to give you balance. You're going to squat, press, squat, press. That's a thruster. I recommend that you switch every 5 repetitions to each side so that you give one side a little bit of a rest, but you can maintain a rhythm. Switching sides. Okay, and if you don't have the dumbbells, you can have an object, a water bottle, anything that has some weight that you feel comfortable moving from your shoulders overhead. Just like that. Okay, so hopefully that answers some of your questions about equipment adaptation, getting you warmed up and practiced and ready to go. So we will see you guys on the call at noon tomorrow, and let's have a good